Hello, and welcome to my channel.
The village of Snowhaven lay nestled in a picturesque valley, blanketed in a soft layer of freshly fallen snow. The air was crisp and cold, and the scent of pine filled the air. The villagers eagerly anticipated the arrival of winter, for it meant the upcoming winter festival was just around the corner. In the heart of Snowhaven lived Clara Everly, a talented piano teacher who had dedicated her life to sharing the gift of music with the village. Her small cottage was adorned with twinkling lights and festive decorations, reflecting her excitement for the season. Clara's passion for music was matched only by her love for Snowhaven, and she dreamed of composing a winter masterpiece that would become a cherished part of the festival. As Clara sat at her piano, her fingers danced across the keys, bringing to life melodies that echoed through her cozy cottage. She closed her eyes, envisioning the beauty of winter, the glistening snowflakes, the icicles hanging from rooftops, and the joyous laughter of children playing in the snow. She longed to capture this enchantment in her own composition, to create something that would resonate with the hearts of all who heard it. The sound of a knock on her door interrupted Clara's reverie. She opened it to find her neighbor, Mrs. Jenkins, standing there with a smile on her face. "Clara, dear, have you heard the news?" Mrs. Jenkins exclaimed. Clara shook her head, curiosity piqued. "What news, Mrs. Jenkins?" "The Winter Festival Committee has announced that they are looking for a new composition to be performed at this year's festival." Mrs. Jenkins replied excitedly. Clara's heart skipped a beat. This was her chance to share her music with the entire village, to contribute something truly special to Snowhaven's beloved traditions. "I must compose something," Clara said, determination shining in her eyes. Mrs. Jenkins clapped her hands together. "Oh, Clara, I knew you would be thrilled. Your talent is unmatched, and I have no doubt that you will create something truly magical." With renewed excitement, Clara thanked Mrs. Jenkins for the news and closed the door. She sat back down at her piano, her mind buzzing with ideas and melodies. This was the opportunity she had been waiting for, and she was determined to make the most of it. Please support my channel by liking and subscribing. Clara's days were spent teaching young students the beauty and power of music. She believed that music had the ability to heal, to uplift spirits, and to bring people together. With each lesson, Clara instilled in her students a deep appreciation for the art form, nurturing their own musical talents. But while Clara found joy in teaching, she yearned for something more. She longed to compose, to create something uniquely her own. As she guided her students through their scales and arpeggios, she couldn't help but imagine the melodies and harmonies that danced in her mind. She wanted to share her compositions with the world, to contribute to the rich musical traditions of her beloved village. One evening, as Clara was preparing for bed, she sat by her window, gazing out at the snow-covered landscape. The moon cast a soft glow over the village, illuminating the rooftops and trees with a magical light. Clara's heart swelled with inspiration as she listened to the quiet stillness of the night. She closed her eyes and let the melodies flow freely through her mind. Each note was like a snowflake, delicate and unique. Clara could almost hear the harmonies intertwining, creating a symphony of winter's beauty. She knew then that she had to capture this moment in her composition. With newfound determination, Clara gathered her sheet music and sat down at her piano. Her fingers glided effortlessly across the keys, bringing to life the melodies that had been swirling in her mind. The music filled the room, enveloping Clara in a cocoon of creativity and passion. As she played, Clara's heart soared with each note. She could feel the power of her music, the way it could evoke emotions and transport listeners to another world. This was her gift, her purpose to share the beauty of music with others. One snowy afternoon, as Clara sat by her window, watching the delicate snowflakes fall from the sky, a stranger appeared at her doorstep. He was tall and distinguished, with a twinkle in his eyes that hinted at a hidden depth of knowledge and experience. Clara invited him inside, intrigued by his presence. The stranger introduced himself as Julian, a fellow lover of music. He had heard of Clara's talent and was eager to hear her play. Clara, flattered by his interest, sat down at her piano and began to play one of her favorite compositions. As the music filled the room, Clara could sense Julian's appreciation for her talent. After she finished playing, Julian spoke in a voice as smooth as velvet. "Clara, your talent is extraordinary. Your compositions have the power to move hearts and stir emotions. Have you ever considered composing your own winter masterpiece?" Clara's eyes widened with excitement and curiosity. "I have dreamt of it, but I never knew where to begin," she admitted. Julian smiled warmly. "Let me help you, Clara. Together, we can create something truly magical." Clara's heart fluttered with anticipation. She had always composed on her own, but the idea of collaborating with someone as experienced as Julian was thrilling. She agreed to his offer, eager to see where their musical journey would take them. From that day forward, Clara threw herself into composing like never before. She spent long hours at her piano, experimenting with melodies and harmonies, seeking to capture the essence of winter in her composition. She drew inspiration from the snow-covered landscapes outside her window, allowing the beauty of nature to guide her creative process. Julian became Clara's mentor, guiding her through the intricacies of composition. He shared his wealth of knowledge and experience, teaching her techniques and offering valuable feedback. Clara soaked up his wisdom like a sponge, eager to learn and grow as a composer. There were moments of frustration and self-doubt when Clara felt she would never be able to convey the magic of winter through her music. But she persevered, determined to bring her vision to life. She poured her heart and soul into each note, each chord, until her composition began to take shape. Julian encouraged Clara to trust her instincts and embrace her unique style. He reminded her that the best compositions come from the heart, and that she had a gift for capturing emotions through her music. With Julian's guidance, Clara's confidence grew, and she began to truly believe in her ability to create something extraordinary. As Clara worked tirelessly on her composition, she sought feedback from trusted friends and mentors in the village. They listened attentively, offering suggestions and insights that helped refine her piece. Clara learned to trust her instincts and incorporate their guidance while staying true to her own artistic vision. With each passing day, Clara's composition grew stronger, more evocative. She practiced relentlessly, striving for perfection. Her fingers danced effortlessly across the keys, bringing forth a cascade of emotions that resonated deeply with all who heard it. Julian watched Clara's progress with pride and admiration. He could see the passion burning within her, the way she poured her heart and soul into her music. He knew that her composition would be something truly special, a testament to her talent and dedication. As the winter festival drew near, Clara's excitement mingled with nerves. She had poured her heart and soul into her composition, and now it was time to share it with the world. She knew that this performance would be a defining moment in her musical journey, and she was determined to make it unforgettable. The day of the winter festival drew near, and Clara's anticipation reached a fever pitch. She had invited a select few villagers to her cottage for a private preview of her composition. It was an intimate gathering, filled with friends, family, and fellow musicians who had supported Clara throughout her journey. As Clara sat at her piano, she took a deep breath and closed her eyes. She let the familiar melodies flow through her fingers, allowing the music to transport her to a world of winter wonder. The room fell silent, enveloped in the ethereal beauty of her music. The melodies swirled and soared, painting vivid pictures of snowflakes dancing in the moonlight and the hushed whispers of winter winds. Clara played with passion and grace, pouring every ounce of emotion into her performance. Tears glistened in the eyes of those who listened, and a sense of shared wonder filled the room. Clara knew then that her dream was within reach. She had created something meaningful, something that would touch the hearts of all who heard it. As the last notes faded away, the room erupted in applause. Clara's friends and family gathered around her, their faces filled with awe and admiration. "Clara, that was absolutely breathtaking," Mrs. Jenkins exclaimed, wiping away tears. "You have captured the magic of winter in your music." Clara smiled, overwhelmed with gratitude. "Thank you all for being here and for your unwavering support. This is just the beginning." The village of Snowhaven buzzed with excitement as the winter festival approached. Villagers adorned the town square with twinkling lights and garlands of evergreen, transforming it into a winter wonderland. Rehearsals filled the air as musicians and performers prepared for their own contributions to the festival. Clara's nerves grew as the day of her performance neared, but she remained steadfast in her determination. She knew that this was her chance to share her music with the entire village, to become a part of Snowhaven's cherished traditions. The day of the winter festival arrived, and the town square was abuzz with activity. Villagers bundled up in their warmest coats and scarves, eager to experience the magic of the festival. Clara could feel the anticipation in the air as she made her way to the grand piano that had been set up for her performance. As she took her place at the piano, Clara glanced around at the sea of smiling faces. Friends, family, and fellow villagers gathered to support her. Their presence gave her strength and filled her with a sense of purpose. The winter festival began with a flurry of excitement. The sound of laughter and joyful chatter filled the air as villagers gathered in the town square. The twinkling lights and festive decorations created a magical ambience, setting the stage for an unforgettable evening. As Clara's turn to perform approached, she took a deep breath, centering herself. She closed her eyes for a moment, allowing the music to fill her mind. When she opened them again, she was ready. With a gentle touch, Clara's fingers glided across the keys, starting a delicate melody that echoed through the square. The music flowed from her fingertips, filling the air with its enchanting melodies. The villagers listened, captivated by the beauty and power of Clara's composition. With each note, the music evoked memories of winters past, of laughter and joy shared with loved ones. It transcended language barriers, touching the hearts of all who listened. Clara's composition became a vessel for shared emotions, forging deep connections between individuals in the village. As Clara played, she could feel the music weaving its way through the crowd, uniting the village in a shared experience. Strangers became friends, and old wounds were healed as the music washed over them. The winter festival became a celebration of not just winter, but of the human spirit and the power of music to bring people together. Clara realized that her dream had come true. She had created something meaningful for her village, something that would be remembered for years to come. The joy and sense of unity that her composition brought to Snowhaven filled her heart with an indescribable happiness. As her performance came to an end, Clara was met with thunderous applause. The villagers cheered and clapped, expressing their gratitude for the gift of her music. Clara stood from the piano, tears of joy streaming down her face. Thank you all," she said, her voice filled with emotion. "Your support and love have meant the world to me. I am so grateful to be a part of this incredible community." The villagers continued to cheer, their applause echoing through the town square. Clara's heart swelled with pride and gratitude. She had not only fulfilled her own dreams, but had also enriched the lives of those around her. As the festival drew to a close, Clara found herself reflecting on the unexpected encounter with Julian, the mysterious stranger who had entered her life. She wondered about his true identity and intentions. Had he simply been a passerby, or was there more to his presence in Snowhaven? One evening, as Clara sat by her piano, lost in thought, there was a knock at her door. She opened it to find Julian standing there, a warm smile on his face. "Clara," he began, "I have something to confess. I am not just a music lover, but a renowned composer myself. When I heard your talent, I knew I had to meet you." Clara's eyes widened in surprise. "You're a composer? Why did you keep it a secret?" Julian chuckled softly. "I wanted to see your talent shine on its own, without the weight of my reputation influencing your journey. But now that you have proven yourself, Clara, I would be honored to mentor you in your musical journey." Clara's heart skipped a beat. She had suspected that Julian was more than he seemed, but she never imagined that he was a renowned composer. The realization filled her with a mixture of excitement and gratitude. "I would be honored to learn from you, Julian," Clara said, her voice filled with sincerity. "Thank you for believing in me and for guiding me on this incredible journey." Julian's smile widened. "The pleasure is all mine, Clara. Together, we will create music that will touch the hearts of many." Under Julian's guidance, Clara's growth as a composer flourished. She continued to compose, capturing the essence of different seasons in her music. Her repertoire expanded, and her performances at future winter festivals became highly anticipated events in Snowhaven. Clara's compositions became woven into the fabric of the village's traditions, cherished as beloved pieces that evoke the beauty and magic of each season. Her music brought joy and enchantment to all who listened, creating lasting memories for generations to come. Snowhaven became known far and wide for its winter festival, drawing visitors from near and far who sought to experience the magic of Clara's compositions. The village thrived, its sense of community strengthened by the power of music. And as Clara sat at her piano, composing new melodies that would touch the hearts of many, she knew that her legacy would live on, carried forward by the love and appreciation of those who had been touched by her music. As the years passed, Clara's compositions continued to spread joy and enchantment throughout Snowhaven. Her music became a source of comfort during difficult times and a celebration of life's joys. Through her dedication and passion, Clara had not only fulfilled her own dreams but had also enriched the lives of those around her. Snowhaven became a hub of musical creativity, attracting talented musicians and artists from far and wide. The village flourished, its sense of community deepened by the power of music. Clara's compositions were performed in concert halls across the country, spreading their beauty and magic to new audiences. People marveled at the way her music could transport them to different worlds, evoking emotions they had never experienced before. But no matter how far her music traveled, Clara always returned to Snowhaven, the place where it all began. She would sit at her piano, the instrument that had been her faithful companion throughout her journey, and composed new melodies that captured the essence of life's joys and sorrows. Snowhaven continued to hold its annual winter festival, a testament to the enduring power of Clara's compositions. Each year, villagers and visitors alike gathered in the town square, their hearts filled with anticipation. They knew that they would be treated to an evening of enchantment, where Clara's music would weave its spell once again. And as Clara played, her heart filled with gratitude for the journey she had embarked on. She had found her purpose in music, and through her compositions, she had touched the lives of countless individuals. Snowhaven had become a place of inspiration and joy, a testament to the transformative power of music.